All right, folks. For my next project, it's a doozy. I mean, I put water lines in. We fixed up the outside, the inside, the floor in the kitchen, everything, all kinds of hoopla, the basement, the garage, everything. You've seen it. All my playlist, home improvements. Now, my next one is to work on the bathroom. And behind that door lies, we put up too many years with this crap. We were going to do it. We slowly got the stuff here and there, here and there. We got everything we need to replace everything. So, let me show you what I'm working with here. All right. The one thing I liked about our house, these solid freaking doors. And none of them stick. They open and close and everything latches perfectly. And I like these things here, the old hinges. Okay. Number one, look at them ugly, gaudy things. There's the only plug that we have in here is on these darn things. And the people who owned it were Greek. This thing is actually not level. You can see it up there, the gap. It's not straight. So, oh, that guy's ugly. Look at the tile. It's just, I don't like this crap. And another thing, I'm gonna put some more switches in here, probably on this wall here. We're gonna have and it goes up there too. It's all up everywhere. All these damn things are everywhere. I had to put this in because you can't put a shower curtain in there because it's halfway through the wall, through the window there. And it's just like drives me bonkers. But you could see, look at the tile work. Look how it goes across over. Big gap over here and nothing over there. It's just, we're done with this and we got everything new. We got vanity, sink, medicine cabinet, light, toilet, a shower stall. This is cast iron, and it's just god awful. And it doesn't have a shower thing. The bottom is rusting out, and I tried to replace it. And that's the only dang thing. We don't got no shower thing up here. And ours is going to go up above us, and it's going to rain down. And the towel. It's a small bathroom. Yeah, but how big do you need a damn bathroom? I didn't want a big bathroom. I just wanted something small. But these things are ugly. We're going to replace it with the light bar up here. And I'm putting, like I said, I'm going to put 3 switches here. One for GFCI outlet. One for the lights. One for an exhaust fan we could put in here. We got that too. And they're going to have 3 switches. One for the exhaust fan, one for the lights, and one for the plug, the outlet. Because if you want to plug a nightlight in here, you have to turn these lights on and have it plugged in there. And what's the sense of having a nightlight? So, yeah, this is it's been just too dang long. And look at the tile on the floor. It's just old, iridescent. This crap is it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing when you have people over for Thanksgiving and stuff. It's gross. And not only that, they pieced it together back here with different tile. And that's the line that I put in. Remember? I did a video on that. This is shark bite down there. Just you push the pecs up through there, boom, you slap it on there, it's done. And you just try to tighten it in that. So, that being said, everything's being replaced. Everything. Oh, we did get new windows put in our house too. So, it's going to be a big task tearing all this out. This is like plaster and lath behind it. So, and oh yeah, look at this. Look at how crooked this is. Look at how did they do that? How did they go so crooked? It's like I did it. I don't know. So, I'll make step-by-step progress of tearing this stuff out. And bada bing, bada boom. Stay tuned. God, is this hideous. We do have a bathroom downstairs. We have we don't have a sink, but we got the utility sink, but we don't have, I could take this, put this downstairs and everything else downstairs, and we have a shower downstairs, so don't worry about that. Okay, I just wanted to try to see what the heck is behind this. I thought it was going to have plywood up there, but you can see I cracked it. It's plaster and lath. The old style stuff, so I gotta knock this stuff out. It comes off really easy. The first one was getting kind of hard to get up underneath there. But I have this flat bar that'll pop them right off real quick. So I'm going to go for about a half an hour and see what we got. All right, this is literally less than 10 minutes. I got that stuff off. That's pretty good. So I wanted to fill up 2 buckets to put in the garbage can, and I got 6 to fill up. I'll work on some more tomorrow. Someone stole my vanity. And my thing. My medicine cabinet. Well, anyways, I got all that crap out of there. I'm going to keep the toilet until the last part. We got one downstairs, but this is what I'm working on. I took everything out of here, and I noticed this too. They put this in upside down. Isn't the eye supposed to be, isn't it? Is that, those fishes upside down? The seahorses aren't. But there was a grab bar there. What do you expect from a 100-year-old bathtub? I guess. I don't know. But I got to tear all this tile out, and then I got some screws I got to take out. Then I got to take this big mamma jamma out of here. It's it took me almost forever to get that darn thing out of there, but we'll keep plugging away at it. I'm trying to get it out of here. I got the screws out, and I dislocated everything down there. Now, getting it up. It's real tight right there, so I called up my old buddy Jack. I'm going to pick up on a little bit, slide it under there. Let's see if I can do that right now, huh? Let's see if I can do that now. I gotta get a bigger bar. It's not as heavy as I thought it was going to be. Let's try something here. There we go. Now, let's see what we got here. Huh? Uh-oh, I gotta twist it. Okay. Let's do it. Let's see. Bending the part that I needed to bend. That's fine. I don't want to go too high. Alright, I think that's enough. Now take a look under C. Under C. Take a look under C. Oh, yeah. Nothing. No dead bodies. No money. Ah, there's an AOL CD. Hey, you need to take a bath? You ain't taking in this. I got it out of there with a little bit of coaxing. This was like a skirt. It was like welded, or I don't know how that was on there. Screwed on there. You can see right through here, I guess.
Yeah, that's screwed up.
So, get. Okay, it's not as heavy as I thought it was. It's like ceramic coating. That's all it is. I thought it was a solid cast iron tub. But the drain, those pipes are brass. Wow, that's pretty neat. I gotta disconnect that. I disconnected it down there already. So, anyways, all right, try to take this sucker outside now. I wanted to give you something to do. Watch me take this crap down and hit me in the face with it. Heads up. Heads up. I don't have to worry about breaking anything except for them things. Ugh. I'll be done in about 5 minutes. I forgot about you guys. I got all the tile down and a little bit of that plaster and lath. I might have to take all that off, bring it over here, or I could just patch it, you know, with some plaster. But it's all off. It was really hard to get it off of this side. Really hard. So, I don't know why. It's just whatever they used, it really stuck good to this side and this side. So, yeah. Yeah, who wants these? For free. Gotta keep cleaning this crap up. Yeah. Well, I made this when we first moved in to go into there. And I'm surprised it came up. I'm glad it came up. I don't want to make another one. But I'm bringing the tile up. Some of it's coming up pretty easy. Some of it, not. See? Beat the hell out of it. Yeah. I'm sure it'll go down in there, but I'll have to pull it out. So I'll keep going. I got this little bit to do, and then we'll be done with that. Then I'll clean it up a little bit better. All right, we're all cleaned up, all vacuumed dry. This goes right in, that goes right in to the closet on the other side of this wall, as to access those if you needed to. But I have to run the pipes up, the PEX. I got PEX. I'm going to take those out and replace all of that. Okay, it only took about 3 hours. 3 hours to do all this. That's not bad. So, on to the next step, which is, hell, I don't know. Well, what I'm going to have to do is cut a hole for my box. I want to put 3 plugs, one for the exhaust, one for an outlet, and one for the lights. So, I got my tool. I'm going to mark this out. And gonna have to cut it out. Alrighty. Alright folks, it's pretty early in the morning. I'm going to install this. And it's the control for the shower. But there's a, down here, there's a closet right behind this. For all the toilet paper and stuff like that. What I want to do is put this up higher. And I have to, there's a box, there's like an access right here. Alright. So I'm going to have to, cut this out. There's shelves on the other side of this wall. And I'm going to have to cut notches to run the lines up. But first, I'm going to take these out and put some shutoff valves right here so we could shut off the water to it. So you'll get access through the other side. So first, I'm going to turn the water off, disconnect these, and then take this all out, cut this out, and then take this out, and then start working on that. So I have to go down in the basement and take these off, turn the water off, and take those off. All right, so here's what I have to do. I have to take this off, and I have to put a fitting on here, and then I'm going to run the PEX straight up through, and then put these shutoff valves on it. So, but I have to cut this off because I can't twist it because it's connected here and it goes up to that manifold into the wall. So I have to chop it here. There's going to be a little bit of water. I turned the water off to this side of the house. So, all right, it's installed. Everything's done. No, it ain't. I ran the lines all the way up too. I got that there. This is just temporarily until I get the stall put in there, and then I'm going to do some more stuff. But and that's this side. I got to put the plate on it. When I get everything put in, I'm going to put the drywall and the surround and everything else, and we'll figure all this out. We'll put the ring on it and everything. So, as of now, I have to clear out that plaster and strip it all down, and then put the tray down in there, and then see how I got to shim it and put the mortar and stuff in there. Whatever. Don't use anything with, like, you can't use concrete. Don't use anything with stones. Just make sure it's like really thin set. You can use thin set. There it is. The shower base along with everything else. So, and the curtain rods and all the other hoopla. Let's cut this sucker open and see what we got. Well, there it is. No drain supplies, no nothing. Anyways, let's take that up, put it in there, and see what I got to do with the leveling and thin set and all kinds of other stuff. Alright, I got it installed. It's all done. How does it look? No. First I have to relocate the drain. It was over here, so I got to put it over there. So, and then it's level on this side. This side, it's all level, but except for this side, right here, this corner. But I'm going to put some thin set in there. But first, I need to cut that hole for the drain, and then put some pipe stuff through there. Well, I got the hole drilled, cut, and looky there. The drain for that is right there. And cut it off, put a 90, run it up through here, huh? I'm done for the day. We did all the, we got the drywall. I just need to put some corner beads up and miscellaneous stuff, but let me show you. I'm not the best drywall guy, but I got the surround. I'm going to build a wall right here, and our shower curtain is going to go around. It's going to be curved. I'm going to build a wall about yay high, and there's some stuff that we're going to put on the wall. You have to use a special adhesive for it. It goes down inside that lip, and then on this wall, it'll go down inside that lip. And then I got to install the drain and stuff. That's all minor stuff, but all the drywall's up and I'm done. So we'll get working on some other stuff tomorrow, huh? Oh, well, you know what I did wrong. I was supposed to install this. It didn't come with one. So my wife got one. I just made the hole bigger down there, and I have to put this in. You're supposed to install this before you lay it down with the concrete, not the concrete, the mortar bed, whatever. And then, okay, so I'm going to use some silicone. You need some really good stuff. Go around there. He'll put the other part up on there. He'll put this down in there, and that thing there, little triangle thing, you put a screwdriver in there, you can twist it. But you have to put the gaskets on the right way. You got two different gaskets here. You got, this is like a plastic one, and this is a rubber one. You want the rubber one first, and then the plastic one, because it'll slip on there. It's like a friction ring, I call it. If you had just had the rubber one on there, it'll bind. So I'll put some silicone on it, and we'll get down to that. Okay, I took that little thing off there. It was taped on there, and you drop it down inside here, like so. And then you use your screwdriver and you twist them tight. It pulls them tight with the silicone around there and everything. So everything's sealed. I just have to hook it up. The pipe's down there. I have a reducer because it goes from this pipe to 2-inch down to 1.5 inches. Now what I gotta do is I gotta connect this over to here. And I have the old parts and stuff. And I asked for a reducer. This won't go over that. So I got this, goes up in there, and then I'll use pieces of this with this and put it in there and then down into there. All right, I thought I had enough to do that. I didn't have enough from the old pipe, so my wife had to buy a 4-foot piece or a 3-foot piece. I cut 5 inches out of there. So it's all dry fitted. Everything's fine. Now I'll just take it apart and glue it together. So that'll be done. And what I'm working on now is just connecting the power to all the light that's going to be there, my exhaust fan that's going to be there, and the GFCI outlets that's going to be there. So I'm going to hook in. The first one will be the light, the fan, and then that outlet. So get on with that. All right, here's our exhaust fan. We bought it for like $30-some. Well, the problem with this, my wall, the wall in my bathroom's at least this thick, and this is threaded from the outside. It's not even going to grab it. Plus the CFMs, the cubic feet of this thing is very, very weak. So what we did, we went and spent $80. I took it all apart because you needed to take it apart to install this thing. Here's the bracket, and this will go from like 11 inches up to, or 9 inches, or you can even use this up to 11 inches wide. And this has a lot more power, and I like the outside louvers that close and keep it closed and stuff. And it's a much better fan. I think it was like 80 bucks or something. So let me show you what the predicament I'm talking about that. All right, don't criticize my drywall or drywall mudding, but I got all electricity ran, and it's up there. Oh, we got this, what is this called? This stuff, RFP, reinforced fiberglass plastic or something. I got the drain. This had to be flush with this for the ring to fit on there, and I'm going to install some more stuff for that. But I got it all caulked and whatever. Okay, up there, that's where I want to put the exhaust fan. Now, that's where I have to cut out. Yeah, that's what I have to cut out. I think it had to be that much bigger. and that one fan doesn't even hit the outside wall. So I got to cut that out. Then at the top, I will drill a hole all the way through the outside. The bottom, I will drill a hole through the outside, and then I'll take my ring and put it on the outside and trace a line, and then I'll cut that out, and then I'll wire it up, and bam. But first, before I do that, I'm going to have to sand all this muck and stuff. So I got to do some sanding this weekend, and then we got to prime it and then paint it. So I'm going to do that first, then I'm going to put that up, then all the molding and baseboards. But I'm happy I got an actual plug in here, nice, because, oh my goodness. All right, I got the hole cut, and then I put the mount on the inside, and I circled around it. So I'll drill some holes. Well, I need to put another hole from this side, on this side, then I go on the outside and put the mount and circle around it so I know where to cut. So get on with that next. I did all my sanding, so. All right, now I'm going to do some sanding. I had this for years and years and years. So I got some like emery cloth. They have the 80 grit and they got 120. I might have to go back to this. I don't know. But I'm gonna wear this. And I have a fan in the window blowing out, and I'm gonna have a fan blowing up from the basement to make positive airflow, whatever, so I ain't gonna get this stuff in my lungs. So let's get to it. You know what's next. I got everything sanded, wiped down, and ready for some primer. So let's get on with that, huh? You know, the one thing that gets me is, why do they fill the cans up so much? You can't shake it with that much room. I mean, you can mix it, but it's... why don't they make the can just a little bit bigger? All right, the primer's all done. Now on to painting. All right, after farting around with that damn thing, I put it in. The hole was too small. On the outside, the hole was too small. I had to take the fan back out, redo the outside, cut the hole a little bit bigger. Then when I put the cover on the outside, it was still too small. I took a blade from a reciprocating saw, made it, put it in there, screwed it, siliconed it on the outside, and it works. That was a pain in the ass. It took me about 2 hours. Ugh. Now what I got to do is the floor. It's like a slight difference here. It goes a little bit down, but I think I can grind that, sand that more flush, you know. So I'll get on. I'm gonna have to work on that. That's gonna take me a day or two. So to get all this crap off of here, I have an oscillating tool. I will cut and grind and do whatever, get this stuff off the floor, make it more uniform and level. All right, what I got there is some cardboard from work, and I hot glued them and traced it and glued them together to be perfect size as my bathroom with all the corners and stuff. Now the toilet's going to go right there. There's supply lines. That's fine. I don't care about that. I can cut holes for those later. But I'm going to take this outside. I got the flooring. I can unroll it. I can trace around it, cut it out, and bring it in. And I'm going to start on one side. I'm going to glue. I'm going to put it in, dry fit it. Then I'm going to pull this end up and put the glue, and then glue this end and just work my way back, and then, you know, just constantly go. So we'll get on with that. All right, what I got here, I took the template on there, I put it there, and I traced it around and cut it out with scissors. And what I'll do is I'll take it in, dry fit it. I'll pull this end up, then I'll put glue right here, the adhesive. Then I'll start working my way down. I'll roll it out as I'm working my way down until I get around there. And then I'll start on this side, turn around, pull this end up, put glue on this side, and just roll it out. And then the baseboard, I got baseboard I'm going to put in. It'll cover up any imperfections around the corner. So that'll hide my mistakes, huh? Let's get on with that. All right, folks, now I got to take out the toilet and disconnect the water line. I turned the water off. So I'll just flush it, and then I'll use a bucket and a sponge to clean out the tank and everything, and then I'll disconnect the tank from the bowl, and then we'll go in with that. So there's a special tool I'll show you how to use on that connector there. All right, here's the tool I was going to use. It goes on the top and on the bottom. Wow, you get it. It clicks on there. And what it does, it pushes that little like brown ring up in there, and that's how you pull the pipe out. You squeeze that together and you can pull the pipe out. Otherwise, you're going to need like 3 hands or 4 hands to do that. That tool is like a couple bucks. I don't need to use this because there's a ring that goes around here that covers the hole that I'm going to cut in the flooring, and I think I could just disconnect it from here and run it up through the flooring as I'm laying it down. So that'll work. I'll just keep that on there. Second thought, I'm just going to disconnect it from here, and then we'll I turned the water off downstairs, and I drained everything, so we'll just disconnect it from right here. Let's see if it works. All right, you squeeze it and pull it out. That was easy, huh? A little bit of water in here, but that don't matter. I'll dry this off so we can. Yeah, I figured it's going to be too much trouble gluing this thing down around this. So if I just push this down in there, and it'll be fine. So, all right, that's done. Now to take this darn thing off. I don't know why people don't cut these bolts off for the cap to fit on there. You're supposed to cut them off. I don't know. So, anyways, let's take this darn tank out of here. I'll take this off because I need it, and there's some screws up underneath there, inside there, and it's very easy to do. I got the toilet off, and these are, I can't remember what these are called. Retainment rings? I don't know. They fit right down in here. You put them down in here. I think the toilet came with new ones anyways. And this is the flange, and that's stainless steel. It's amazing. That's a pretty good shape, the floor. And this is what your toilet locks down onto. It bolts down onto it. Come on out of there. The floor is in surprisingly good shape. I'm not bad, but when I moved it, there was still some water in a bowl and it splashed out. So I'm going to wait for this to dry. Then I'm going to measure from there to there and cut the hole for the flooring. And then I'll cut it a little bit bigger. And then the toilet will go right on top there. Wax ring, if you get that on your hands, you might as well just cut your fingers off. Unless you got gloves on, because that stuff's sticky. So let's wait for this floor to dry, make some measurements, and we'll get on to the next step. Alright, I got the measurements kind of on. And it's kind of tight, like right there. I'm going to tighten, I'm going to trim it. I'm going to go around and trim. Even though baseboard's going to cover all this up. And the trim that I'm going to put around there, it just, I'll be alright with that. Just trim it up a little bit and get on with that, and we'll start gluing. And then back here I'm going to cut slits so it's easier to fit around that. Even though the vanity is going to go over that, you aren't going to see it much. So I'll get the trimming and then we'll start gluing it down. Alright folks, I got the baseboards kind of in. This one I'm going to take out and have to cut for the vanity. Right now I'm going to work on that toilet. Let's put that sucker in there. So here's the top. The tank, it's got a weird thing I never seen before inside of it, and this is on the correct side, so I was happy to see that. Good. Let's go down and get the bowl out of the basement and bring that heavy sucker up. Alright folks, the toilet is in, and it was kind of hard. I got to cut those screws off and then put the caps with these things on it. I'm going to do that tomorrow. And let's turn the water on and see what happens. Which way do I turn it? Alright. Now first fill. And you can adjust the height, how much water you want to use to flush by twisting that screw. I've never seen a flapper valve like this. This is different. I've never seen one like that. So It's taking a long time. That's gonna fill that up. Just look at this toilet seat. It's gonna take 3 years for that thing to fall down in there. Alright, I'll see you in a minute, or 10. Alright, it's all filled up. Let's do the customary christening, huh? Whoa! That's it? A little water, a lot of water in there. That wasn't a whole flush, was it? I don't know. That was like a school flush. Oh, the bowl does have a little bit of water in there. Okay, I like that. I adjusted this screw so the water went higher. But all right, installed, I guess. I forgot something. Makes the water pretty. All right, I don't want to get too far ahead. I still have to cut those bolts off and put those little things in there, and I got this thing in here. I had to cut the hole down inside for the supply lines to come up through, and I had to cut that hole for the drain to come up through, and then now I have to hook up the faucet and the basin, and I got all my baseboards put in. I need a couple pieces here. I got to paint and finagle here. So, still working. I'll get that next. I'm actually sorry that I am not giving you updates as often as I should. I thought the light bar was going to go on this side, but no, it's not center of the thing. So I had to cut a hole over here and put a metal box in here to mount. Then I was thinking I'm going to put 2x4s in here, but there was one right here that I screwed it up in there, and now I'm running the wires for it. So, yeah, that was a pain. I had to go through drywall and plaster. Oh, well. All right, the problem I have now, these lines that come down from the sink go up inside the faucet, come down from the faucet. They're smaller than these, and they're both female, and I can't fit them together, you know, the water supply lines. So I went and got these fittings, and I took the little compression nut, and if there's a little brass ring up in there, you see it? That's a compression, but I don't need that. And then I don't need that because it has a rubber washer in here. So I put these on there, and yeah, I got a rubber washer in there. So you don't need the tape to put on the threads because it got rubber washer. So I'm going to hook those up and we'll go on from there. All right, those are tightened up. They're it's the German word for guten tight. So now I just have to hook up my drain for the sink up in there, and I silicone it in around there. I was looking for mounting screws or something. No, so I put a bead around it as well. So let me hook up the drain, and then we'll see if we got leaks. Alrighty, everybody. We unplugged 2 of them because it's too darn bright. I don't like them bulbs. We got different bulbs for it. So the problem I'm having is it's too low. I can't put the medicine cabinet in here. So the stud that I put the box to up here, I'm gonna cut a hole up here and put the box up here. So then the medicine cabinet will fit right in this area, cover this up and this hole quite possibly. So I'm going to disconnect this and cut the hole and move the box again and rewire it. Jeez, oh Pete. Alright, I located my box, or my stud, the top of it, put the box there. I'm going to cut that out, screw my box into it, and then drill a hole, run the wires out through it, hook it back up, put the light bar up there. There's enough room, definitely enough room to put the medicine cabinet in here. So I'll show you when I'm done. On my next little mess up fix, I cut the bolts down too far when I forgot to put this on there. You're not supposed to tighten it down too tight because it'll crack it. It's just to hold it down a little on both sides. Well, anyways, I put the nut and washer on there. I forgot to put this on there, and I cut it off, and it's too far. So I have to take that off. I'll show you the tool on how to take that apart. And I got a ring that's going to fit underneath. It's going to extend it, so it's going to fill that gap in a little bit. And I'll disconnect the water, and I'll take the tank off and pick the bowl up and replace the ring and everything, because I got a different ring for it. So, yeah. Alright, I got the wax were all cleaned off. I have another ring I put underneath there, and they got these bolts. They have a little plastic retainer ring that when you put the bolt in a slot and you pull it tight, you push that retainer ring down so they're standing straight up. So when you put the bowl on top of it, it'll line up with the holes, and then you just put it straight down on there. So I'm going to put these little guys on here, and this little guy on there, and this little guy on there, and tighten it down. Alright, those are tightened down. You want to make sure the washer's centered in there, so when the cap goes on there, it snaps on that thing cover. So now I can cut it off real low. I'll use my Dremel with a cut-off disc. I'll buzz that off and then put the cap on it. We'll be done. Alright, I got a new adapter up there. It connects that to the big pipe, and it goes down into the trap. And I got the water lines all hooked up. The water's turned on. So let's get a look-see, huh? Alright, close it. Turn it on. That's got some force, man. Cold, hot, everything. Alright. That drains super fast.
Water.
Yeah, we got some water. I gotta tighten up on that nut, huh? I gotta do some tightening up. Alright. Now let's look at it after, huh? There we go. The vanity does come out farther than the last one we had. This was a pain in the neck to get sealed correctly. I got my lights, the light here with the light bar. I had to turn, remember I had to turn that upside down. Medicine cabinet. Got the exhaust fan. That thing works fantastic. And this is the GFCI outlet if you need to plug something into this. And we got the trim all around the top, and I put baseboards in. And the toilet does come out a little farther. The flooring, I got all the flooring done. And this is the shower. And it goes up all the way, it rains down on your head. And I had to build a separate wall here. I didn't want to build it all the way up to the ceiling, because when you're sitting on a toilet, you're going to sit on a toilet, you're going to hit your head into it. But this shower stall was we were going to have the one with the glass that was going to go around there. They didn't make them that small, so I had to custom make this one with a special fiberglass reinforced plastic. And that wall, it's fine. It's, you know, we're going to put some shelves back here. And here's a neat thing that my wife had. She had to have that. You know, that little... It's pretty neat, though. And got new curtains and everything. And then this, more storage. We didn't have any storage around here, in here at all. And her little trash can there. And then we got the drawers with, you know, more storage and this thing. So, and then, oh, the towel bars. I got the towel bars. So, there you go. It took just over 2 months. I mean, I only worked on it on the weekends, so it's a small bathroom, but how big do you need a bathroom? I don't know. I like it. It's a big difference. And I need to take a shower right now because it's 100 degrees outside and I was just mowing the grass. So, on to the next one. I think it's the kitchen. So we'll start working on the kitchen.